Check 1, 2, 3. Welcoming Sound Lab. Trying to figure out how to record and have my sound editing with my Welcoming Grace, Amber. Just shared it to you. Yeah. Busy morning, I had to go pick up the inverter. But good. Solution in life is a great thing. And grateful for the supportive community because I continue to be full-time here with you. Don't stop believing, hold on to that feeling. I'm grateful I'm a low-maintenance human being. Low maintenance. The only thing I do is I drink the bougie tea and coffee, that's it. The bougie. I gotta, when you start grinding your own coffee, and you start when you enjoy fresh coffee beans, you can't go back no more. Because the energy is fresh. Right? It's good, it's fresher. I go to sleep, you're on, and I do my thing. Turn on, tick, tick, and boom. Honestly, I want to get back to doing 3 a.m. meditations again because it's difficult. And whenever you find difficulty in meditation, it means there's a lot of growth to be had. Right? And so whenever you become silent for like 2 or 3 hours, it helps you have deeper awareness in life. And lately it's been phenomenal on here, honestly. It's been very... it's growing on YouTube. I'm surprised. We had 76 people on YouTube last night. You know what I mean? That's amazing. Welcoming Joe, Ariane, Arlene, and Mira. Sound Lab. And it's all just people meditating. That's the best part. It's authentic things that we're doing, and it's growing. I'm not hyping it up. I'm not even doing as much talking, but I'm doing a lot of mental, helping people detect. Okay, check in on your body. Are you clenching your bottom? Thoughts may arise. If it doesn't serve you and there's no lesson there, let it go for now. Sometimes you have irrational thoughts, so I'm guiding people on how to operate and how to observe their thoughts so that they can have better sleep. And that has been really effective, and I think people start to realize, this dude actually knows what he's talking about. It takes time, I think I need to go live there and try. Yeah. Well, the YouTube grew because of the TikTok. Right? YouTube grew because of the TikTok, so it's all. So right now, I want to pump out more content. It's just not the content that I necessarily want. I'm having Opus.pro. Yeah, the thing is, I plan to stream in the morning less so that I can pump out more content. In 1 hour, I could create great content. video content, but I can't. What I'm trying to do is record. Right? Recording. Whenever I live stream, I don't record because my computer or whatever it is. I mean, essentially I could. I just had to lower everything to 720p, and maybe I'm just attached to quality video because that's where the background I come from. But eventually I just get over it and just make good art. Because it's not, when you make good art, even if the quality is 720p, people down for it, you know. Just sometimes you have to lower some quality, but don't lose the art. When you go live on YouTube, does it record the stream? Yes. So I go live on YouTube horizontal and vertical, and it records both. And if I'm doing a lot of talking, I can use Opus.pro, which is an AI editing tool, to create clips for me so that I don't have to edit that much. So I could still go in and edit the detail using the AI. So the AI helps you, and then you kind of tune the AI. Yeah. I'm a music producer, want to collab. I only collab with people that been around. So if you're around, it's more about creating relationship for me. Yeah. That's yeah. It's more about creating relationship. And before I get involved with people, I want to see, are they consistent? Are they committed? Are they on the same wavelength? Are they on the same channel? Some people, yeah. So that's kind of how I operate. It's more about serving. I want to create something with other people who serve humanity, not just, make stuff what we're not on the same page intentionally. And that's why everything's growing so well, is because we have some kind of standard in life, or standard in community. Welcoming Angel and Ian. Yeah, a lot of people, recently many people have been wanting to collaborate. But I have to have my principles. Right? Can we find you live tonight somewhere besides IT for your group sound bath? On YouTube, I will be posting on my restream. So YouTube, Twitch, Kick. And I might be even uploading to Rumble because you can, Who knows? I don't even know what's gonna... Kick is... I don't know what that's like, but... I would like to stream onto Instagram, but they just have a terrible live streaming experience. It's not meant for it, I try, it's just... Like, for example, many people want to get involved on Sunday with me doing free sound bath, right? But they're not willing to show up every Sunday. The reason why it grows on Sunday, because I have committed brothers and sisters, Sean, Jill, right? Jill makes this, right? Evie, I teach Evie how to play the flutes, and she does sound healing now. She's like 6 years old. And so when you see a 6-year-old give you a flute sound healing, you're like, it's so emotional, because that's the future. You got little kids doing sound healing already. It's like almost everyone wants to like tear up because that's amazing. How can 6-year-old do sound healing flutes already? God's plan. And so I give my all to the, that's why we have all the Mystic Village on Sunday, all the donation. How can we improve it? Right? all of our mics are almost wireless, right? And so we just, because I see in the future, it's possible that once our money is good, we may start touring. Like that's, we may start touring because why we have we have great compliments. Like people say you're the best in the city. But it's whatever, you know what I mean? It's just we're aware that we help people effectively, but we haven't listened to everyone. It's just more about being humble. Even people on TikTok or whatever, right? Enjoy what we do, so I definitely take it seriously, which I think you already know. But the mentorship, people want to learn, people want to join us, but don't want to commit, right? Because it is kind of crazy to show up every Sunday for 5 years. Maybe we miss once in a while, like if it's Mother's Day, Father's Day, or even when it's raining, we're out there. Snowing, we're out there. That's not normal commitment. That's light worker commitment. Right? Like I'm always on here. That's a light worker commitment. It's about purpose more than anything else. Why would I sit here 10 hours? Legs hurt. Because why? Whenever you push, when you're able to push body, mind, the spirit shine a little bit more. There's a lot of sacrifice and difficulty involved in climbing your mountain. That's why it's called climbing your mountain. I'm trying to climb my mountain, and I want to be around people who's trying to hike the mountain with me, but they still have to climb their own mountain. We just climb mountain near each other. Climb your mountain. You're yes. We're here. And so that's how you build the Sangha, the spiritual community. It's like help people. Genuinely help people. And sometimes when you need big help's there. And when other people need big help, you show up too. Maybe you need big help from somebody, but maybe you have to start with big help first. Start with being a big help to people. Like many people support me when the Prius is down. Why? Because I just show up with big help all the time. One day of sound bath is cute, but when you show up every day, people start to realize, wait a minute, this dude's kind of crazy. I like it. It's a daily sound bath here. Like quality headphones, right? The best that it could be, and spiritual talk, and a place that's peaceful. And online, sometimes you don't know where to go that's that consistent. And you get to see the frequency meter. That was the coffee. Excuse me. That was the coffee. Yeah, so today I'm gonna get off at 3 o'clock because I have to load the car to get to Unity at around. I have to leave at 4 to get there at 5. I set up for another hour. By 6, everything should be set up. And then by 7, we do the sound bath. 7 to 8 is when the sound bath happens. And 8 to 8:30 is when we pack up. And then by the time I get home, it should be around 9 or 9:30. Then I come home, I ground, right? And then the goal is to get on when I feel good. Because, when you do a local public sound bath, it's a lot more. People release a lot. Well, the difference between doing a sound bath online and in person, online you're constantly here, so your energy is great. In locally, people aren't constantly in a sound bath, so the energy is heavy. So I had to take on a lot more energy. When you come here on a daily basis, your energy is good because you're always tapped into positive community and people. Yeah, in person there's always new people, and on do you have a place for donation? Yeah, everywhere really. YouTube, there's YouTube membership. There's all many places. Just yeah, that face. A lot of people knock. Sometimes when you don't know the power of sound healing, sometimes you think sound healing's only good in person. But the downside of in-person sound healing is that it's not always happening. And if it is, it's expensive, because imagine if you go to 5 sound healing this week at a yoga studio, how much money that costs. It's free here. And it's like 6 to 7 days. It's literally 7 days a week. But yes, you should go to your local yoga studio or sound bath in your city too. Right? But when you're constantly in positive community and energy, when you go to the sound bath locally, you go to share energy instead of take energy. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Had your videos on all night. It says, my name is Mud. Thank you, Mud. Of course, thank you to Sister Jane, 80-year-old lady. She knew my car was broken, and she's like, if you ever need a ride, call me. I'm like, okay. I got warriors in every age. I'm like, yes, ma'am. You know, yes, ma'am. And she also lives really close, so grateful. She probably here right now. You helped my anxiety when I woke up last night. It's beautiful that we can use the power of the internet to help the world be more peaceful, and it feels real. Because sometimes you watch a video or listen to some binaural frequency, but you know nobody's on the other side. But when we're here live, it's like, wait, there's people here. And I think that's so... I never thought it would be like this at all. But God's plan. Making sure you stay on top. Yeah. So many people benefit from Mystic Village locally. And so the amount of support, that's why we're constantly improving. That's why Sister Emily got that harmonium, and we're sounding good on that harmonium. I'm grateful for, of course, grateful for Brother Charles, because that drum is popping. Then the Arabian flute comes in, and you start wiggling. Honestly, on Sundays at the park, some people start dancing, because people from ecstatic dance, they all come over to the park too. Right? Unless they start like some people go to eat, and some people just come to the park right away. So sometimes there's people in the background like right, doing ecstatic dance, which I spent my time doing for about a year or two, exploring what's out there. So grateful for uniting community, and grateful it's growing, grateful it's growing. I'd love to see that live and in person sometimes. What, ecstatic dance? or sound bath. There's sound baths everywhere. A lot of free ones now because, yeah. I mean, it's just about how you facilitate the sound bath. Authenticity is key. Authenticity is key. That's all I look for. And usually you can, everybody's authenticity that the authenticity that we seek may be different for everybody. I just look in the eye. When I look into the healer's eye, do I feel peace? Do I feel a deep, genuine peace? That's it. When I see deep, genuine peace, I see my homies. I see my village. Because some people you're not going to resonate with everybody. We're all brothers and sisters. But that's why we have our tribe, our village, people who we resonate with, and some people we don't. And that's okay. Respect each other. Nowadays people find great reason to disrespect each other. That's rude. Welcoming Taigo. I'm drinking a latte. I didn't have time to make coffee this morning because I had to go drop off. I had to go pick up car parts for the Prius, and then I dropped it off at my friend's who works at a dealership. So this morning has been, you can say, errands. But the best part is I know the mechanic has the part, and whenever he decides to fix it, right? Because he told me the part was gonna be 7 to 10 days, and I'm like, we're not doing that. All right, it's gonna be 7 to 10 days, or like 2 weeks or something like that, and I'm like, I'm gonna find a better way, cheaper way, and that's what I found. And half the price. Because I'm not waiting on no parts as the Toyota sits there. So instead I just did the dirty work, go find a part from a reputable place with a 2-year warranty with half the price. And I believe he will get it fixed by this week. And if it doesn't, there's someone who wants the best way to donate. Venmo, PayPal. Yeah. I think the best way is Venmo. But you don't have to. Okay. I'm grateful you know. Excuse me. It's just the reason I'm talking about it is because I'm willing to, if I have to go do Amazon delivery, yeah. Right? Because doing that pays the bills, like quickly, instantly, rapidly. But right now, it's from all the support, I'm like, okay, I guess the universe wants me to be on here still. So that's why I said I'm gonna stay here for about a month and a half. But it looks like people have been so supportive, and it's looking good. It's looking very good. So yeah, I do Amazon Flex. So I bought the Prius to do Amazon Flex deliveries. Thank you, Crystal. And but I blew up on TikTok. TikTok launched me into full-time spiritual leadership without needing to do a side project, gig job, right? which is a miracle, right? To me, like, wow. I thought I would. Many people still ask, like, what's your day job? Sawasdee krab. Welcome. Palang Chiwit. Many people always ask, what's your day job? I'm like, day and night. Day and night. You know what I mean? Shoot, maybe Amazon delivery might be easier at this point. I'm sleeping at 3 a.m. to give people sound bath. Right? Because people enjoy sound bath usually when they go to bed, and that's late. So I end at 3 a.m. because people in California, they're 2 hours behind me. So I'm playing sound bath from from the East Coast to West Coast. And then I cover the UK, Germany, globally. It's just, you know. It is what it is. So I'm just being really vulnerable with what's going on, and because there's nothing to hide. Right? I'm sharing with you how I make my spiritual life work, and it's growing. So maybe you can find your way too. Because it took me a while to figure out, how do I make my life fulfilled and keep it donation based? Right? It's amazing. And you know why it's amazing? Because I know that it's love. Like, people only give because they love what they feel here, what's going on. And so my life is so full of joy constantly because, you know, it's God's, love first. I lead with love, and I'm here because of love. Luke says, feels like my solar plexus is on fire at the moment. Do you have any methods that could help? First, make sure it's not food. Sometimes you just, could be stomach acid reflux or something, just make sure that you drink water. And if your body is really acidic, just eating more leafy green vegetables and fruits can help reduce that acidity. Right? But of course, consult your nutritionist, but let's be real, right? So, but of course, if you've done on an energetic level, so now that we've said, like, the humanness, like, okay, take care of your body. If you feel your solar plexus area is in disharmony, you have to slow down and ground to the root chakra first. Sometimes we're ungrounded and we're unaware. Center your energy. Breathe into your stomach. Relax your whole body. And also, you have to be careful about what kind of energy you consume. If you're consuming a lot of negative media right now, it can make your system fill with fire. If you're just looking at nothing but problem, you're watching more problems. You need to also find solution. Be the change you wish to see in the world. When we're here, this is a solution-based community. Luke says, breathing seems to make it a little bit worse. I don't know why. You might be right about it being acid. Yeah. It's usually more physical. And the physical comes from the emotional also, right? The energy affects your emotion, and your emotion affects your physical. It's all in harmony. But that's why you have to pay attention. It's why I only drink caffeine twice a day. If I do any more, I lose balance. Like if I drink another cup of coffee in the middle of the day, my heart overworks itself. So the reason why I only drink coffee twice a day, I use it, start my day off, midday, eventually I rest. I eat, body rest. Excuse me. Right? Whoa. I mean, you're welcome to judge. Right? And then you take a break, and then you wake up, and then you do another, and then I do a matcha latte. Right? If you drink too much coffee, you overwork your heart. Right? At the end of your life, towards the end of your life, you're overworking your organs and your body so much. Well, how long do you think you're gonna last if your heart rate's always? And then and so you become deeply codependent on it. Right? So you have to be careful. If you abuse your body, your life won't last as long. But some people don't think that far. For real. That's why it's unhealthy to shout out triple bacon cheeseburgers with fries and a drink, and then your stomach becomes a giant blueberry. It's unhealthy. But then you live, you're fine now, but in the future, if you're trying to live past 60 years old, right? Google health benefits with coffee. Yeah, but the thing is, talk to your doctor. I'm just here speaking from my personal experience where my life is peaceful and grounded. Now, my brother-in-law used to drink like 6 cups of coffee a day, and it destroyed his life. Now he's reduced the amount, because why? His body start to deteriorate. So I'm speaking from experience. You can listen to Google all you want. And as a matter of fact, when you go on WebMD, you start to, they just tell you generally, right? But you have to pay attention to your own body to see what works. Right? Yeah, everybody's body is different, right? So when I drink in the morning, I drink a triple shot. But remember, I help, this is a meditative community. Help people feel peace and joy. When people are stressed, right? Many people will find the peaceful people who have a healthy routine in life. Some people don't realize they just drink too much coffee throughout their day. Until they hit the wall. So when we tell people this stuff, it doesn't make sense now until you get humbled by life, or you pay attention to other people who abuse their body through drinking too much coffee. Like somebody on here asked, they have a hard time sleeping and they don't do any substance. And then we find out what? They drink 3 liters of soda a day. That is substance. I'm like, 3 liters of soda a day. Right, well, how much coffee is too much? How much substance is too much? And sometimes we'll only listen after we've suffered. So live your life, right? Follow your heart. Yeah, if you like to overconsume stimulants, That's on you. We're trying to help people's life be peaceful and grounded. Please consult your doctor. Right? If you know what you're doing and you're happy, do you. Yeah. Do you. The main part is that when you learn from other people's suffering, that's called wisdom, so that you don't have to go through the same thing they go through. Right? Luke says, that's a good point. We probably only got so many beats. I only have 1 to 2 cups of black coffee. Yeah. Taking some, and a lot of times, this is the sad part. If you need so much coffee to get through your day, your body becomes so acidic. And when your body becomes acidic, it's out of balance. And when your body's overheating, what do you think is going to happen? Right? Because acid, it's soon, your body, coffee is so acidic. So if you're just having a bunch of acid run through your body all the time, like, that's, but of course, again, live your life. Again, I have a brother-in-law who was drinking that much. He had to reduce because his body, right? And it makes you stress out, and then when you're stimulated on coffee all the time, it makes you more anxious, and then you end up eating more too because you need something to do all the time. Right? So that's why, in my personal observation, just 1 cup in the morning, and in the evening I have ceremonial matcha latte. The worst thing. I used to drink energy drinks. The issue with that is the other chemicals involved and the sugar that messes you up. Right? It's the brain, like they have nootropics in there, things that like stimulate. And it makes your mind really loopy because there's too much of it in there. But that's why people buy it. So again, I used to drink, like I've even experimented, like I went a month just, instead of doing coffee and tea, I just did energy drinks. And my body became so acidic, and I was like, okay, no more. It helps you focus, but when you go to sleep, this is what you sound like. Because your heart is all day. Even when you're resting, imagine you're resting, your heart's still going like this. Now you have to be on your phone all the time to like ground the energy, right? Consult your doctor. What's right for you? If you have one. If you don't, consult God. Watching the news makes you loopy. I think everyone knows that by this point, but they still do it. That's why you gotta like put it down. Do you ever get headaches when you don't have coffee? No, because I don't abuse it. I have my, I just drink in the morning. Right. That's it. But the moment you start to become, because at the end of the day, it's medicine. Right? It helps you focus, but you can definitely abuse it. And I'm surprised, like you can abuse chicken wings. Like for you to have a healthy life, you don't eat too much. But saying that it's not a lucrative message. The more you eat, the more money they make. Like that was my first major addiction. Chicken nuggets, Wingstop. Give me 3 ranches. I eat ranch with my wings. Right? Just drink the ranch. That's my old life. You know, when I eat fries, you just grab like a bundle. Why eat one? Right? Eat a whole bundle. For real, that's because I ate my stress away, but it didn't go away. So I needed to eat more. I ate to numb myself, essentially. Don't forget the McFlurry. I don't miss my old life at all. Golly. And then while you're like, while doing all that, you have to be stimulated on watching, something, a movie, stand-up comedy. More entertainment, more distraction because you're not happy. And talking about this can piss some people off because that's literally how many people live their life. You just work and indulge in eating and entertainment. And I did that for so many years of my life. So many years. Video games. And then, and of course, the media that you consume can get more toxic, right? Because the dopamine is not strong enough. Right? So you can definitely go down the rabbit hole of like terrible things, unhealthy things for you, because there was one point in my life I watched almost everything on Netflix. Everything that was recommended to me on Netflix, is like, there's nothing else to watch on this dang app. Okay? Like, imagine that. Okay? When there was a time in my life, like, nothing else to watch on here. All the movies is, right? You can lose your life to entertainment all day. Is there anything wrong with that? I mean, it's up to you. If you see nothing wrong with that, live your life. If I was on Netflix right now, I wouldn't be talking to you. I wouldn't be live streaming. That's a real talk. But now Netflix, when I watched Netflix, it wasn't like this crazy right now. It wasn't like they weren't. Nowadays, they're always, the amount of content is like infinite, right? Maybe I did that, maybe 6-7 years ago? But now Netflix is just now you got Korean drama, you got Thai dramas, you got Indian drama, right? You got things. Before it was just like Chinese movies, and now it's international. So you can never run out of things to watch because you got a multicultural, you got French films on there, right? Belgium, like films from Portugal, like what? I mean, that's pretty impressive that they managed to do that. Too much choice to confuse you. Of course, these conversations are annoying to have to the people who are living that life. Like, if I heard it myself, it's like, get to the damn sound healing already. You know what I mean? Just shut up and play the flutes already. Golly. Kind of is that type of conversation. Just get over it. And that's how you help people stay asleep. Just glaze over it. Don't go too deep. Alina says, I feel like my spiritual growth is so intense right now. I have to balance it by numbing myself with YouTube. I can feel like I can't handle if I don't. There's nothing wrong with watching YouTube. Just watch things that improve your life. Watch things that make your life better. Watch things that help you have a deeper connection to your life versus disconnect your life. You can there's nothing wrong with entertainment, but when it's too much, you've become really disconnected from your life because you don't want to look at your life. When my life gets challenging, I face it instantly. Okay, what do I need to do? Because if you don't face it, it's just going to be there. Your problem's not going to fix itself. But the ego sometimes is lazy. It just wants to numb and not see something. Because why? That's how many people deal with problems. Run away. The only thing you're running away from is yourself. Thank you, Sarita. Appreciate it. Many people run away from their problems, so it blows up on them later. In debt, right? So you end up having big debt because you have a credit card you don't want to pay for. Boom. Or you have a relationship that's dysfunctional, and you, instead of like finding solution and happiness, you have makeup, sex or whatever, right? Or maybe you're unfulfilled. Maybe you're getting picked on at your job, and instead of like telling HR, you just say nothing, and then eventually you blow up. So you have to face the issue in your life and do your best to have boundaries, stand up for yourself, find solution, or else it will blow up, right? It's a ticking time bomb. If you have a problem that you don't address, it's like a leaking pipe. If you don't fix it, that pipe is gonna leak even more over time. And sometimes we just want to put a little piece of tape on a pipe, but it doesn't fix it. It's still dripping behind the tape. And that's entertainment. Imagine entertainment is like a giant Band-Aid but the water's still leaking. Maybe you don't get along with your father or mother, so you try to go somewhere else, you don't face it because it's difficult. So you just run away and say other people's your family, but deep down, you've been blessed that you even have parents. You've been blessed that you even born, but the ego doesn't like hearing this because sometimes your parents hurt you. So to find harmony in life requires so much compassion and love. And if you don't have a community that supports healing, we'll just pretend that we're healed while we still hate our father, mother, aunt, uncle, brother, or sister. And then we still have to see them during Christmas. And it's a terrible time. Or we pretend to be happy while we feel deep insecurity around our own family because we're not healing. That's not living your best life for sure. We're not here to say be buddy-buddy. We're just saying find deep, genuine happiness, enjoy in your life while still having some boundaries with our abusers who can be our father and mother. Because hurt people, and everyone knows that line. Right? Hurt people. And then when we're hurt, what do? We go and hurt others too. Because why? We were taught by somebody who's been hurt. They hurt us and we continue. Or when does the cycle stop? How about today? What if you can change your life starting today? But if you never started, the problem's still there. And it will transfer to your children if you don't fix it. Because it happened to you. Well, if you have children. And if you don't have children, you'll transfer it to your cats and dogs. No, not the cats and dogs. For real. I'm gonna be honest with you. When I look at people's cats and dogs, sometimes I feel sorry for them. They're taking on so much energy from their unhealed owners. That's why they're a little angel. That's why it's an honor that I could do some sound healing for the cats and dogs. For real, that's how I feel. When I can play flutes for people's dogs and cats, I'm like, okay, good. They get a break, because sometimes their owners their mind's so busy, their mental health, they're just in pain, and then the dog's like, this is just how my life is. And I see it in the dog's eye. Like this. And usually those dogs are quiet, like really quiet. The little angels. And I'm glad we can do some sound healing for them Sunday at the park, or even on here. Even on here. Cycle of hurt stops when you love your damn self. Lon, is that? Ion the Great says, believe it or not, I keep your YouTube up 24/7 for my cats and dogs when I'm gone or sleeping. My dogs and cats are way more zen. Hey, you know what? Let's just play one for the cats and dogs right now. One for our homies closer to the ground than us. Here's a little heart chakra for the cats and dogs. Oh, you're a good boy. You're a good girl. Let's give some cat and dog emojis for our homies. For real. do have a cat. Oh, you like the cat purring? Turn up the cat. Did you get a new computer? No. This year, my goal is to get a new computer. Right now, I'm planning it out right now. There's $600 towards the computer currently. And I think that might be enough if my brother-in-law give me his old computer, which they plan to. It's just I've been busy. And the car, So it's just... Because I'm doing a lot on here. I'm maximizing everything. I'm using 100% GPU almost every stream. Or CPU, excuse me. 8 cores. I'm thinking, I need to triple that. 24 cores. If I need it. Because if I get a better computer, then I can start using Ableton. And when you start using Ableton, there's more instruments that you could potentially get involved. But I don't need to, but it's just more like, what else is possible? You know what I mean? It's about dreaming big. It's about dreaming bigger every day. And that's why I love what I do, because it's fresh. You didn't hear a cat sound before. We didn't do a cat sound bath, It's just guys playing. You know what I mean? Because we have, we basically have many thing already. I wouldn't say everything. It's more about expanding the mind than routine sound bath. That's what it is. Because in here, that's why we've been growing our the way we engage, right? We're multi-streaming, and the beautiful part is that every platform, it feels like one platform. Like the energy on all the platform is all peaceful. Before it wasn't like that. Now the community is getting more mature. Like we're on the same page and we're comfortable. We're getting used to the flow now, and it's beautiful. I'm so grateful. And very grateful. Michael says, I'm allergic to cats and have always been intrigued. Well, I guess you get some purring today. Thank you for the kind words. Thank you. Tanya says, the energy on Twitch is not wild, honestly. Most of the time it's not. But I can't guarantee that. Ooh, how about a Native American flute and a handpan? audio interface that uses ASIO already, which is the Behringer UMC404. Thank you for the suggestion.
Just
How are you feeling out there? Thank you, Glynis. Thank you for all the kind words. Lovely lady feeling stressed. You just got here then, huh? Is he good? Don't know. You gotta ask him. Welcome in Goku says, I'm good and at counting. Congratulations. What are you stressed from? Welcome, Michael. You gotta make sure your life is good. Visuals are delightful. Thank you, Kiara. Yeah, I try to, I try to make it a little bit. Let's see here. Moody grass. Moody grass. Let's do a little moody grass. The grass with mood. I know. It's like, really? Yeah, see, it's moody grass. Do you sleep? Yes. Let's see here. I get that question a lot. It's just, I'm very consistent with catching people at the right time. Because imagine you're streaming when people don't need you. But morning time, it's more about, the flow. Baby and husband have been sick as well as surgery he had. Thank you for helping me breathe through. Well, I'm glad that we can help Angel Mercy. That's why this is here, How do you create those lights? First, you buy the bulbs that can change color that come with this remote. You also buy the string separately. And then you buy this separately. So I happen to have all of it except the bamboo, the woven lantern. So, because why we go to, how's the video? Recently I bumped the video back to 1080p because I like it, but I'm about to bump it back down to 720. Also, it's because we have a full frame camera and the lens go to 1.8 aperture. Yeah. So that's why it's a large sensor basically. It's a full frame sensor with basically a what do you call that lens? A prime lens. And it's a cheap prime lens it's a Chinese prime lens called Viltro, whatever. So I'm using everything that's great without, you know what I mean? Budget friendly, amazing options. That's why we have the lights. The visuals are created using, let's see, what's the craziest thing we got on here? What's a good example? Okay, let's just keep it simple. This is rain. Welcome, Priyanka. But now when you add the sound in the background, and if I need the rain to be more cool, maybe I want purple rain. Right, blue usually is a safe. Blue, light blue looks good. I could turn it up. And so I have the image of the rain. I'm just telling y'all everything. So if y'all trying to improve your live stream, I'm just telling you how it is. But it's not. I used to be a wedding videographer. I went to school for digital communication and then decided to quit because God. And I've been live streaming for 5 years. That being said, here's how you do it. So you have this empty image that's called rain. This is the stock image. Right? Natural rain. Natural. Now you mess with the color correction. Now you see, now the rain is moody. It's a cool rain now, see? That's daytime rain. Ooh, that is called sleepy rain. When you look at that, you just want to fall asleep. Like this is like, must be daytime. Nope, nighttime. Psych. And then I create this thing called an image mask, which allows, here, let me just show y'all even more immersive. Okay, wait. So we got this rain, plain rain, daytime rain. I changed, right? You can say you can edit the video live. And then once I have that rain, I put an image mask in the middle where I sit. So wherever it's black, that's where the image shows. And that's where I'm at. So that's why it looks, right? If I'm over here, oh no, I'm in the rain. Oh, I'm dry. Oh no, I'm wet. Oh no. And it's not a green screen. Now, if I want to make this super immersive and I don't need to, then I make the lighting in front of me a little blue. I can make it all blue. I can make it but too blue is not good. Right. So you have some yellow, add some blue, maybe add some red, put some red, add some blue. Right. Maybe that's too much red, just two blues. And maybe if I want the background to be more harmonious, I change it to something that feels right. There you go. It's all about harmony, right? Something is matching, right? Blue and red on my skin, blue and red. So there's always, but of course, I don't spend too much time thinking about this because I'm trying to focus on the healing energy. But now I know this is a bit too much neon light. Like I'm in Chinatown and the neon light from Chinatown kind of vibe, right? So I don't want to try that hard to be that specific. So instead, I keep it simple. Simple is like kind of the step. Right? Keep it simple. And then cooling rain, you want a cooling flute. What's a cooling flute? Right, because I know if the cooling flute, I know which flutes I have that are cooling. All the secrets being revealed today. Love your damn self. So if I want the rain to be more ceremonial, then you would have the dung 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 dung. Right? So I wouldn't use this rhythm. I would use the more ceremonial vibe would be either. So the other criteria I look at is the speed of the drumming. Right now the speed of the drumming is a little bit faster than, so you just slow it down from 55 beats per minute. The slower it is, the more emotional and sacred it feels. Right, so gotta work on that a little bit. There we go. Yeah, when you have to loop it, you have to be accurate. When you just freestyle, it's a lot easier. That's when you got that. Now we got ceremonial rain. And if you wanted it to be a little bit more detail, you add details. Do you train as a musician as well? No, I just make random stuff up that feels like love. Yeah. So according to how brothers and sisters feel in the chat, in the community, the music will be different. Sometimes we need to do more. Like we had to cut the ego more, dissolve the ego. Everything requires a different energy. Right? But you don't want to do it. The ceremonial experience only happens when you're like, all right, looks like a lot of people ungrounded right now. So we're gonna Thank you for the raid. Reptar was thank you so much for raiding. Raiding is when you bring somebody in your community somewhere to another stream at the end of your stream. So muchos gracias. Today's been peaceful. We did a sound healing for cats and dogs and animals today. But the most common animals, cats and dogs. Maybe some fishes got some good energy too, hopefully. You know, definitely open to that. Because a lot of cats and dogs take on people's stress. When you over pet your cat and dog, they feel stressed out too. But sometimes people don't pay attention. That's what happens. And they don't know what to do because they kind of just surrender. They're like, it's one of those days. Yeah, yeah, plants. Yeah, plants, definitely. The fish jumped out of the tank and hit the... No, it didn't. If it did, like, dang. We need our voices heard too, says the fish. What about the birds? Shoot, depends. Some birds are happy, right? Let's see what the schedule is like today. 2 p.m., okay. We do have a 2 p.m. thing. And then tonight, we're going to be at Unity, which I'll be restreaming. Hopefully it's good. Try not to mess it up like last time. If the rain starts to lag, that means that the CPU is starting to take a hit. So, take a break, rain. Thank you for your service. It's rain, ocean, and then this river. My dog, Jax, loves sound baths and flute music. Poor animals take on too much energy sometimes, yeah. My cat definitely did a great part in healing me when I was effed up in my life. Always coming home not sober. And my cat would just lay on me. It's like, just pet me. I'm like, okay. You know, sometimes you're lost in your life and the animals kind of know, okay, well, at least let me do my part. Or they just like being pet anyway, so we all win. They get what they want. We have some therapy, you know. If you're new to the stream, welcome to the Mystic Village. This place is a place where we teach people to love themselves, also known as loving your damn self, because when you don't do it, you should. Sometimes we're waiting for somebody to love us and they just don't show up, but they do show up. They show up right in a mirror. And we've been looking for ourselves the whole time. My cat is definitely helping me through my depression. And dogs help with that too, because dogs get you to do something like, walk me please. And sometimes you just need that walk so much. Right? Really, like sometimes you don't want to exercise, but your dog makes you go exercise. Especially if you have a really energetic dog. Now the sad part is that if you have a really energetic dog and you're not energetic, then the dog gets kind of sad actually. But cats will just like, they'll tell you, they'll start being right? And dogs do the same thing. They'll rip stuff apart because they got a lot of energy. And what do you think humans do? The same thing. Ain't that something? Well, cats and dogs don't have social media and video games to play, but they'll rip your pillow apart, knock your plants over, they'll scratch something, scratch your sofa or whatever, you know. Do you think animal can sense anything? Do you think animals can sense anything when you are a natural healer? What does that mean? Do you think animals can sense anything? Animals live more in the present moment, but they also adapt the mentality of the people they're around. Like cats and dogs, they'll learn to watch TV from the people they're around. Right. Because right, that's just what happened. But they're definitely more present. Right, because they can hear. Their hearing and their nose is really strong. So potentially they could even hear our heartbeat while they're next to us. And when our heart rate is high, they know something's off. Because they're hearing and smell. They're like, ooh, you smell tired. This is not normal. Because they know what is like peaceful. When things aren't peaceful, they can smell it. They can sense it. They can feel it. Right? They're like, your heart rate high today. Because they lay right on our chest sometimes. Like, they're probably sitting there counting our heart rate. Like, okay, that's regular. Just like the dogs, the service dog, when they can smell something is off with your hormones, right? They know what, right? That's amazing, you know. That's a beautiful thing, for sure. Well, what happens when you're a human being and you pay attention? Sometimes we just don't pay attention. That's why paying attention, like cats and dogs are always, they're present, right? That's their blessing. When we as human beings, like me, I pay attention to everybody here the best that I can to make sure it's harmonious. Not perfect, right? I'm not here to people please, but I just want to make sure everyone's mostly grounded. And if you're not, I'll straight up ask, well, why? Or at least the music will help. Yeah. And so we do everything, the talking, the music, and asking the deep questions. And also you, the community, we support each other so much because it's emotional in here. You know, this community is quite emotional because it's a healing community. That's the beautiful part. And that's why I show up often, because people are healing. That's why and I ask the universe for it. Universe, I would like to help people like this every day. My life would be fulfilled if I can help people change their life every day. And now it's not just me, it's you are helping too, with your positive comments, with your vulnerability, with your consistency. Because sometimes you're sad, and that day you come to take the energy, and some days you're feeling great, and some days you come to give energy. But we just show up and be consistent with each other, and that's why there's results. It's hard, Michael says, it's hard to decipher as a healer whose energy you are. It's difficult if you use your mind. Yeah. That's why if you're a healer, and you have to use both. You have to lead with your heart and think using your heart, but also have boundaries, or else you get drained. And if you're sick, how can you help people when you're unhealthy and sick? You can't. It's like if I'm sad, it's hard to help anybody, so you have to make sure you're good first. That's it. And that may be the hardest part, making sure you're good first, because sometimes we just don't want to do it. Because why? That we don't want to do it because we've been carrying some pain for a long time, and we don't want to face it and forgive. Sometimes forgiveness is really difficult, so we just don't. And so when we hold on to negativity or bitterness, and especially revenge, it's so destructive to our peace. And when we lose peace, we live with stress, and it can be really unhealthy. Of course, right? Stress is one of the greatest things that destroy people's life. And we all already know that, but sometimes we don't focus on the solution because we're busy being entertained, which is sad as hell to say, that we're busy being entertained while we're miserable. Like, it's terrible. And that's why I'm like this, weird as hell, so that I could be honest with you. Because I learned earlier on, to help people, you're going to have to say some truth that is, Okay, thank you, Heckel, Beckel. Thank you, Michelle. Says, I love being here, and that's so true. I love your sessions and your honesty. I'm like this because I needed this growing up, but instead I got the opposite. Like, if my life turned out any differently, maybe I wouldn't even be here at all. I just wish somebody would share some wisdom and make it practical, because I was raised in a Buddhist temple, but the wisdom, the knowledge didn't turn into life-changing wisdom in my life, right? Which is why I left Buddhism, or that practice, for a long time. Like, it's like leaving the church to find spirituality. And then I returned to respecting Buddhism and the teachings, but not completely, because, when you're spiritual, you kind of find original what works for you. And I believe that's what Jesus and Buddha did. They found originality that works for them, and they taught others and helped them find great result. And that's why they're my role models. That's a blueprint. They help people have great result in happiness. The end. Yeah. And so the people who are consistent with showing up, I see their life improving. The people who only come back Oh, I'm in Houston, Texas. The issue is that the people that need the most help aren't consistent because they don't know better. And the people who are consistent, miracles are happening, healing is happening, body, mind, and the deeper spiritual connection. And because when you're not consistent with your spiritual discipline, you go back to your old friends, mentality, and habits, which oftentimes include substance and disconnection. And I think everyone knows that, but to see it is painful. That you're doing the same crap you've been doing and your life's not improving because you're doing the same thing that doesn't add value to your life. You just have a lot of friends who don't add value to your life, and to realize that, it's kind of shocking that you need some new friends. Stop going to that damn bar. You know? How to handle the ego fight of having to learn and knowing you're ignorant on getting a project done. Unable to pay someone to do it for me, gotta learn it. Makes me stuck, sad, and angry. Give it to God. You have to learn this thing called humility. When you don't know and you're ignorant, surrender to that. Right? Surrender. That's why that word is there. Surrender. Sometimes you want to control everything, you want to fix everything, but you can't. You don't need to know everything for your life to be great. You just need to do the best that you can, and when you can't figure it out, be patient. When you've done the best you can, surrender. They call that give it to God. It means trust that you'll find a way. But also be open to possibilities. Like sometimes we want to figure things out right away. Like my car issue, the mechanic told me the part would be $2,300. I'm like, there has to be a better way because that is a crazy one part from Toyota, $2,300. And I said, universe, there's got to be a different way. I found another part, 2-year warranty for half the price. Because deep down, you know right? They rebuild it, but there's a 2-year warranty. The Toyota part is double the price of that one, and you get 1-year warranty only. Because deep down, you know there's a better way, but you have to be patient. You have to be willing to do the best that you can to figure it out. But when you try to keep opening a door that's closed, maybe it's not meant for you. If it's locked, stop trying to open it. Maybe there's another way. I learned that from streaming on Twitch for 4 years. That door kept closing and closing and closing and closing and closing, and the door eventually, I took a break. Because the universe needed me to find TikTok and then start multi-streaming and then return back to all the platforms. Right, but before that, no one saw. Right, the reason all this is great because I did my best that I can to make Twitch work, and eventually it didn't. It started to just, it's difficult. It's all difficult. But I didn't give up. But when I couldn't figure it out, I just took a break. Just went to Amazon, sold books or whatever. It's difficult. Same thing with my spiritual life. I said, universe, I've done everything you've told me intuitively on my relationship with the universe. I've done everything the universe kind of told me to, and I was like, but I'm aware there's some things I don't know and I think I need a teacher. It took a year for that teacher to appear. And now I have somebody who I call my master, which is something I never thought I would have. Like, well, I would, because that's sometimes that's my blessing. Why would you call somebody your master, they say? Because when you meet a master for real, wow. Right? It's not just a monk, right? Somebody who wears a robe and talk. It's more like, whoa, that's not normal. Like, whatever he is, like, whatever he's doing, like, whoa. And I need to learn from this amazing being how to serve God better, how to serve humanity better. And that's why everything here is donation-based, because my teacher just helps people. I help people. My family helps people. The temple I grew up with, it just helps people. What's the difference between master? It's the same thing, really. It's just some gurus are great. It's the title, right? It's a title of a great teacher. There are teachers, and then there's great teachers. And then there's enlightened beings. The Lama. Right? The Lamas. But all it's between you and that individual or that teacher. Yeah. Is it out of divine respect? Well, for me, the reason I respect, because how are you healing people's cancer? Through energy. How are you healing people's bodily illnesses? Using energy. Like, how are you buying people houses and cars? How are you sending people's kids to college and you're a monk? How you buy me a car? Right? He's not just healing body, he's helping kids go to college, helping children stay out of jail, helping fathers stop being an alcoholic, healing families that abuse each other and helping unite families. And I'm like, well, if I don't learn from this master, then I'm dumb. That's what I thought. Why don't I ask to be a student? Because he's doing amazing work. And so now, and so that's what happened. I just went and decided I'm going to ask to be a student. Or I asked if he would be my teacher. He didn't say yes or no, but eventually it happened because I was crazy enough to show up every day at the temple for 4 years. Because when you show up every day, it shows you're actually serious. And I didn't even live at the temple. I just showed up needing to learn. I'm wanting to learn because I wanted to be the best light worker or the best, servant of humanity I could be. And when you see a great servant, that's not something light. So I kind of gave my life I just showed up at a temple for years without living there. Because some people live at the temple and help serve, but I drove every day. I went so much I had the keys to the gate because I showed up, that's just kind of what I did. And so now my karma with the temple, as a volunteer, that door closed and a new door opened, Mystic Village. That's why you see me on here consistently more and more and more and more and more. Because from that temple, I come to this temple full time. Mystic Village, spiritual. Oh, it's 2 o'clock. I have to switch insight timer. Yeah, a student eager to learn. Yeah, I was hungry to And honestly, he showed me everything. I wouldn't say everything. He showed me all the details of like what he did, and that's between me and the master. You know what I mean? Like he showed me all the details, and because you can tell when the student trusts. Because to be a good student to a master, you have to learn to keep the holy teaching between the student and the master. When he saw that I was willing to like, because it's priceless. But if having the information is one thing, but you have to be apprenticeship. So essentially, I apprenticed with the master without realizing that's what I was doing. But then when it happened, I was like, okay, this is not normal. And so being there all the time, I'm just honored, I'm grateful that it's like a movie. It's like something like, whoa, you find a holy master and you become an apprentice for a while. And when you learn something and you find something great, then now you gotta take what you learn and go to the world and help people. And so that's essentially okay, next stream on Insight Timer. Yeah, this is in Houston. Yeah. But I stay humble because I'm just some dude who decided to be crazy enough to walk the spiritual path, even though his parents told him, just get a regular job and be normal. But I trusted the universe more than my parents because their guidance in my life didn't lead me to happiness, so I decided to not listen eventually and just find my own. Right? All the guidance that my mother guided me, it did not make my life better, so I realized maybe I should stop listening. Because I was such an obedient child that I listened to everything my parents told me to do, but my life didn't turn out that great. And then I realized maybe I should just listen to my own heart. No disrespect to my mother and father, it's just what happened. They did the best that they can, and I respect that. Because I'm meant to be here instead. I'm meant to be doing this kind of stuff. But to get here, I had to do the gig job. Uber people to the airport, Uber Eats, Amazon deliveries, and trying different things like being a massage therapy. Eventually, the gut feeling says, this is not for me. I don't want it bad enough. But this, when you want it bad enough, you'll starve for it. For real. You'll eat less if you have to, because you got your damn dreams. Like I told people, for me to get here, I was like, man, I had to plan my money out. Bag of spinach and a canned beans. And that's kind of what I ate for a while. And I was not going to ask my parents for money because then I wouldn't learn anything by being a beggar. Because I wanted to suffer because I know that the suffering would create pressure for me to find my calling. And I figured that out through meditation. Just like, I need to suffer. Like that's the best thing you could do to figure out your life, suffer. That's why you hear many teachers who became homeless or addicted. That was the greatest turning point when you just kind of became so broke that you had to eat a canned beans, garbanzo beans, and some bagged spinach. But the one thing you don't want it to do is you don't want it to be easy. Because then you get too comfortable and you depend on ease from other people. Which is why I don't hang out with most of the friends I grew up with anymore. They have jobs now. but they do nothing with the spiritual path, which I respect, right? That's their life. It didn't resonate with me. I'm trying to walk a more meaningful, deep life, not to just hang out, just take vacations and chill. To me, that's not enough. People just want to be comfortable enough to travel, buy stuff, build family, right? That's pretty standard. Right? Weekend car, daily car, family car, house. But what's beyond that? What do you mean, what's beyond that? That's everyone's dream already. That's so generic. What's the original dream to you? The cost of asking that question is going against almost everything that taught me. Just get a job. Pay bill. Buy house. What is your alternative? What's wrong with it? There's nothing wrong with it. I start to realize all these dreams is just what people taught people before me. Yeah. It's just what people taught. It's what people taught me. But what's beyond living a generic life? But that's not what right? Everyone has different dreams. Because doing that dream is what my parents taught me. But what's beyond the teachings that were taught by my parents, by society, by culture, the societal programming? What's beyond that is what I asked. Right? But that's what happened to me. Now, many people don't get to that question. Right? We're not saying don't do these things. It's just what's beyond. Right? What's beyond the traditional or what everyone else is? What's beyond that? What about your dreams? And to ask that question is really inconvenient because it's like I said, it's going against what everyone has taught you since you were born. And I sat in meditation and I asked, if I took all the programming away and I started from scratch, what kind of life would I live? Yeah, we're not saying don't pay the bills, right? It's more philosophical. Yeah, exactly. It is a philosophical question or a practical one. Do you see the difference? Maybe for you it's philosophical, but for me it's practical. Imagine you can go for your dreams and your best life and still pay your bills, have the car and the house, and be fulfilled doing something great with your life. Maybe something great with your life is what society suggests. Buy a house, car, family, all these things. But I wouldn't be here talking to you right now. Right? If someone got the opportunity to live the thing is you do have the opportunity, but it's just not what's being taught, right? Yeah, I'm not saying you don't need money, but imagine there's something called your purpose that's beyond the generic thing that's been taught by your culture, society. And again, this is about the way you plan your life. Because we're talking about the foundation of how people live. And I can see that maybe like, whoa, right? That's why I'm saying, if you're happy with that life, it's fine. But for me, my merit, right? My life, it led me to asking a deeper question. Which is really, which was insane if you think about it, to live that life. But that's where it led me. that's why when I said this path is not easy, because exactly, like, you need money, right? You just get a job, buy a house. That's what everybody does, right? He says foundation is also money. Absolutely. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with money. Without money is no foundation. Yeah, no one said money is the root of evil. Okay, that's not where we're coming at all. No time for philosophy or question. No time for religion. No time for nothing. Yeah. The thing is, you have the free will to live life you want. I'm not telling you to convert to. I'm not trying to convince you to come to this life, but you're here for a reason. In this stream, talking about it, right? You're just okay. Great. That's what makes you happy. Congratulations. But when people are here, it's because imagine you have everything you ask for: money, car, house, and right, children, savings, but you're still not happy. That's why many people, as they get older, they figure this kind of stuff out later in life. Well, imagine that kind of just happened to me earlier in life. Because in the beginning, right, we're about the grind, hustle, and all these things. Later in life, we start to be more philosophical because we have time for it. Yeah. 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 So it's just more about, I'm sharing with the reason people come here is because something happened in their life that's not fulfilled. Imagine they have everything and then it led them to divorce. Because right now, you know, or it led them to disharm. They have all their needs met. Right? Some of my friends are really wealthy, but they don't have happiness. Imagine that. They got everything. Porsches. Right? They got a TRX. They got all these things. They got multiple houses. They never have to worry about money again, but they're unhappy. But when you're not there yet, sometimes you just think, yeah, I'm on my grind. And so that's why it's like, what's beyond that? There's nothing wrong with chasing money. But are you genuinely happy? Who asks that kind of question anyways? Am I happy? Yes. Am I genuinely, what does it mean to be genuinely happy? It's different for everybody. So in the beginning, when you're younger, when you have less experience, genuine happiness, maybe going to Thailand on a vacation, hang out with your loved one or whatever. And as you get mature later in life or something, maybe genuine happiness is waking up today. Huge difference. But imagine I just had that the later stage life happen to me early life, which is why I'm like this. Right? Did I ask for it? It's just, the path shows me, if anything. I wanted to just be that regular, get money, have money, right? Get job, find partner, buy a house. I dream of that life in the past, but it didn't match my happiness. That's it. And so it led me down a different path. And do you think any of those old friends ever come in here? For sure. They told me, actually some of their friends told them that I was on here, and then they saw. Even my old boss, who is a current general manager of Cheesecake Factory, came here and congratulated me of how good I'm doing, because that's where my beginnings were, towards shaping my life towards more a purpose-driven life than money-chasing life. Right. And so it's, yeah. And also because I'm in a public space, Yeah, a lot of people see what I'm doing on here. It's just, and as you get more popular, many people want to collaborate. But I just collaborate with the people who show up. I connect with, right? When you begin to be successful, then people want to collaborate. But that's why you want to support the people who you grew with, who's growing with you, you know? Right? Like, right? That's why there's like Brother General Seafood on Twitch has been subscribed to me for 72 months. Like, that's my day one people, right? The people who were meditating with me before I even made any money, just completely broke. I used to be so broke, and I would still be meditating with my friends, right? One is a hedge fund manager, one is a minister at a spiritual church, and now leader of the Mystic Village, right? Your purpose is whatever you choose for it to be. That's it. It's just how you live life. But when we talk about purpose, it's something called, there's some deep meaning. That's it. Some people's purpose is not that deep, but when we talk about purpose, there's some deeper meaning. Right? That's what lead us to being here, engaging with you, having even time for us to engage like this. Right? I could be another Twitch streamer just playing game. Hey, what's up? Right, let me play my game. Hey, welcome to the stream. But instead, we're having a deep, meaningful conversation, which is why you're here right now. If I were just playing games and, hey, welcome to the stream, I'm playing this game right now. Oh, okay. Thank you for the sub. Now shut the F up. Let's go. Like, right. That's somebody else's purpose. But we're not having deep, meaningful conversation over there. But we're constantly having it here because that's what this community is about. Yeah. He said, I understand, but I think that's not purpose. The energy and vibing energy and same interests fits together. It's more. Yeah, I mean, however you, at the end of the day, you know, the way you define purpose may be different than mine. That's it. Because we have different meaning to purpose. Because you have chosen that. So your vibe literally will attract your tribe. Which we have shirts that said that. Shout out to Sister Jill. Because if you don't vibe with us, guess what? You're not going to hang out here as much. But for some reason, you're here. Your vibe attracts your tribe. I don't know why you're here. You must like something we're doing around here. Or maybe there's people to talk to. Because when you go to the generic stream where they play video game, they don't talk to you like this very much. Because they're busy playing video games. But when I'm here with you, you have my full attention. Your sound is nice, very clear setup, and good camera setting. Well, where do you think that comes from? Who puts this much effort in a talking? Well, where do you think the money comes from? That's why you don't see me, right? Please subscribe to me. Link in the bio. Right. The only new thing is because Sister Jill made the chair. I'm trying to hype it up. Because somebody in the Mystic Village make it. And that's supporting the community. And so literally the camera, the mics, is because people invest. Why? Because something here helps them feel great joy in life. That's why I put so much effort. is because to me, this is a genuine community to me. Yeah. Like, that's why you see me go all out with everything. Right, I mean. And that's not even a green screen. Right, like, that's dope. I mean, I like it. That's why I do it. You know what I mean? You want more? Yeah, let's make it more bougie. More bougie. Oh, I forgot. I'm streaming at 60 frames per second, and my CPU's max overload already. My computer can't handle. But grateful for Brother Michael from Germany help me to start the new computer fund, so that we can have visuals that aren't skipping. Cause this, I really like to use the Cosmos, but it lags too much right now. See? So I just stopped using it because it takes too much power. Sunset Ocean. Here's a little Sunset Ocean. Hey, welcoming brother. Today in Houston, Texas, 7 p.m. we have a sound bath, okay? Sound bath at Unity of Houston, if you have time. With Emily and Charles. Yeah. Emily streams on TikTok, so she live stream on TikTok. So if you want to see her, you gotta come to TikTok. Oh wait, you can't even download it anymore. Yeah, today. The address 2929 Unity Drive. Yeah, she streams every Sunday at the park to her TikTok. Yeah. Okay. Since we're just having fun, let's just go through all the graphics. This one's called Warm Forest. Then I would turn the light more yellow. See? Ah, there. Makes more sense. Do you have flowers? Not right now. I have something, maybe aurora sky. No, it's... Here's the next one. You've seen this one is rain. This is the rain. Then I would turn the rain, right? We know this one. Just for fun. Welcoming Diane. Miss Heather D is here. Check out my brother Arturo Loran for Español Spiritualidad con Venezuelan Arturo Loran in H-Town, Houston, Texas, Texas. Texas. Chakra healing is the next one. This one would just be silent and maybe just let's see here. Blue or purple. I think blue is the most. So right now, it's fine, but if I start recording at the same time, that's when the computer, like, wait, I don't think we can do that. This one is called Purple Vortex. This is just OBS. I show everyone how to do it already, but if you want to, I'll show you again. This is my camera off. So the image, I'm giving you all my secrets. It's my secrets. Okay, so that's the image. Here's the mask. Okay, so that's the mask. So this is the original image. The Discord is in my bio. Link in the bio. We have everything. I color correct this because I want it to be more deep. Of course, you see, more relaxing. And then, to make myself appear, I turn a mask on like that. And so instead of using a green screen, I just use a mask. And then I use opacity, right? So there's some opacity in the image so you can still see the studio and the graphics. Ta-da! I just gave you a tutorial. You went out. Oh, you missed the tutorial. Okay, that's fine. We'll go to the next one. This one is called Rainbow Vortex. Don't get dizzy. Okay. Don't get dizzy. Okay, let's go to the next one. Let's go to y'all getting dizzy. Okay. Don't want y'all to get too dizzy. It's not Friday yet. Oh, you saw it? Okay. So this is an AI generated mystic village. So I turn this off. Thank you, Adam. Thank you for the... Alright, so here's the original. Okay, this is the original image. This is it color corrected to be a little bit brighter and has some vignetting on a corner, looks like. Or that's just natural. Yeah. And then I just put an image mask on so that you can see me. And then, voila. If I want the sky to be more blue, I can make the sky blue, purple, whatever. And I can always change the color in my foreground to make it more realistic. Right, so to make this more realistic, I could just make the light blue. Or if it looks too fake, then I could just shift some things. The next one, this is the current most popular one so far. We call this one Aurora. Voila. Voila. And having the green light in the front sells, like makes it look more real. And so late at night, and of course we have the frequency meter at the bottom that helps people to see the singing bowl frequency, which helps people relax actually. Because it's interesting. The thought and time and energy you put into every little detail, yeah. When I tell you that this is my purpose, like that's why there's so much detail, because I love this stuff. And it helps people. Like, right, having this and then you play a flute. So everything is fine-tuned to help people relax. Yeah. And honestly, sometimes it does take everything. Like for this background, I had to combine 2 videos and render it myself to make it more like there was the Buddha in the background, but I needed something that was more earthy, so I added candles. Right. And it turned out to be like my favorite background because it's just so dreamy, you know. Here's the mask. Or there's some kind of statue in the background, right? There's the original, right? There was no candles. I added the candles to the image to make the image have a little bit more charm, and I looped it. So this video is a 1 hour loop of it just going back and forth. And then I just darken it a little bit. And then when you match it with the room's ambience, wow. Blue, all the colors look great. Green, lighter green, purple, that looks dope. Right, so I just stick to either blue or yellow. And usually all of this right here is all yellow. All yellow. And I would turn this off. If it's too bright, it drowns the color out. So I'm looking at that detail. Right, if it's too bright, it looks not as good. But when it's just right, or just the darkest, really looks a lot better. And imagine you're scrolling through TikTok and you see like, because nowadays it's so saturated, you know. If you're not giving it your all, sometimes you won't even be seen at all. Really. I barely use this one. Sometimes I do. Look at this vibe. Green or blue? Blue, blue, blue. Oh yeah. I mean, that blends so well. Some people said this looks like World of Warcraft. Right, there's a house behind. So that's the original image. Looks like something from Pokemon 3D, some Pokemon. Then I just brighten it up, right? Because that is more neutral, more natural. And I just add some. Voila. Don't use that too much. The moody grass. This has been one of my favorite ones. That looks like the alley I'm on. Hey, shout out to the alley. So this one's good with guitar music. Feels like you're in like the Western, you know. It's not set up properly. Okay, next. Welcome, Marley. Says, I just had the craziest phone call. Instead of healing, I had to talk to the lady. I was meant to talk to her instead of... Maybe that is part of your healing. Next is candles. You know, candles. There we go. Candles. Sometimes I just turn it off completely. I can turn the light maybe more red. Yeah, more red. Because the lights don't go any lower. The camera sensitivity is high to capture the ambience of the room. So this is kind of... Yeah, that looks the best one. And that's most of them, yeah. And I can always add new ones easily. You know, I have the recipe down already. So when we're doing singing bowls, wherever the singing bowl is, same thing. I just changed the camera placement, so a lot of it shifted. But I don't do too much of that anymore. How about blue background behind it again? So the ones I don't use as much, well, I don't plan to use. Let's see which one. Flower Power. Because it's a bit too aggressive. But if I need to, it's there. Super Saiyan mode. Green matches this pretty well, I think. Green, bright green. Super Saiyan. Forest Rain. I don't use the Forest Rain too much. And I could adjust this one to be a bit more harmonious with the blending. This probably would be what? Off. Blue. Tonight I'll be streaming at 11:30. I'm about to get off and prepare for tonight at Unity of Houston. But tonight I'll be on later because, you know, I start to realize when you do local, again, I told people, when you do local sound healing, they're not always here. When y'all are here, you place those lights in a wood frame. Yeah. So it's just I just get a regular bulb. See, that's it. It's just a hanging lantern, and the lantern hangs from the bulb, actually, see? Which works, like, it just works. You save a lot of money doing it like this. If you bought each one pre-made, I can't even imagine. But if you just bought 6 pack of bulbs, 6 of these, and 6 cables, so I'm giving you all the secret today. All the super techniques. But of course, maybe you want to find something original if you need to, but you can definitely do the same thing because it's beautiful, right? It's organic, it's zen. But the thing that makes this work is the rest of it, which is the background and the mat. I bought this straight from China on AliExpress. Yeah, so the mat here matches this because it makes sense. Of course, it makes sense. So when you match it all, it looks natural and organic. It has that wood energy. Thank you, Salma. Thank you. When you are playing flutes with both hands, background visuals will change. Okay, so in each background, sometimes it cycles, right? There's cycles. Right. Some of the backgrounds move around and some don't. Like the mandalas. Like when you click mandala, like it naturally cycles. Looks bigger. Yeah. Or the room looks bigger because of the focal length of the camera. It's a 24mm 1.8. So even though the room is small, it looks big because the camera. But of course, if I'm not sitting perfectly in the center, it will make you look bigger than you are because the camera is so wide that if you come, like, my arm looks extra long because of this called lens distortion, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's a backdrop. People think it's my actual room. That's the fun. Which means great, it looks good. When people think it's like actually you, like there's a, like you can walk through it, that's a great sign. You went from different landscapes. Oh. No, I click. I definitely click. You have to, I have to choose. It doesn't change on its own. Yeah. There's an auto scene rotator too, but I think switching the scene too much distracts people. Just sticking to one for a while is really good, yeah. And that's why I don't do the craziest scenes like the flower power one, because it's too stimulating. Even like this one lags, so I don't use it. Yeah, so it's the mat, the backdrop, the lantern, the flute, the singing bowls, and even my outfit. Right? Every detail kind of adds to the vibe of the community, even to the malas that I wear or don't wear. And yeah, everything matters. Everything matters. There's a giant softbox here with a soft, warm light from the top. Right? Just gentle. And if I need more light, there's one on the side here. Another softbox here if I need to. But I don't have the background this bright ever because it's not really relaxing. Generally, this is the vibe, so that I pop out a little bit more and not just blend into the background, right? So yeah, like this, I don't pop as much. But this, lower it, change the vibe, pops out a lot more. And this is just learning how to, definitely lots of years of perfecting it, and honestly, it could be better. This is not the time. We've gotten this far, and we just need to focus on creating content, and because right now we have everything now, like the computer's lagging right now, so I need to lower my frame. the teaching, creating content, and just keep it going, and slowly. So it's years of slow improvement. Right. It's years of. Eventually, when I have a larger space, you'll have 2 camera angles. One in the front, one on the side when I play the flute. I could already do that, but the space is too small and the side's not so pretty. Just this side's mostly pretty. There's an altar here, but I didn't decorate it. The more you show, the more you have to decorate. Do you offer coaching in this regard for it? If I'm live and you have a question, that's when I will just tell you. Yeah. I just show you what app do you use, because it helps you to right. It helps a lot for you to explore. Yeah. If I'm alive and you ask, okay, what application do you use? I use OBS. It's free. Right. What's a great camera to use? Honestly, any one that you can afford is good. But if you can get an actual camera, right, getting an old Sony A6000, okay, it's cheaper than some webcams. Okay, Sony A6000 or something even older, Sony A5000, because they have large sensors. A webcam has a tiny sensor, and they use digital programming to make it better. But if you have a camera with a larger sensor, it works. But my sensor is like this size, right, full frame. But if you just get a smaller sensor, it's better than a webcam camera. It's just not lucrative to tell people to buy old cameras, but it's great quality. Right? Why the heck would they tell you to go buy old cameras? It doesn't. But so I have a Sony A5000 or 6000, right? And then you just need a good adapter that turns the camera information to the computer, and that's it. Great camera. You sent me a message on Discord? Okay, I'll check it out. Oh, your who won. Microphones. Oh god. You have to see what room is your room sound treated. Like I have 3 moving blankets, so whenever there's no reflection, right? And I have this thing called a shotgun mic, which has amazing sound rejection. So right, if I'm speaking on this side, you don't hear as much. It's really strong. So I'm speaking on the side, you hear. But now the technique is, if things are really loud around your house, you gotta get the mic really close to your mouth and lower the volume, and so you have good audio. While the background you don't hear as much. Getting the mic really close to your mouth creates a warm proximity effect, but you want to make sure you're not too close like this, right? So eventually you learn all these things. Oh, essentially any mic would work as long as you get it close enough and never lick your mic. Yeah. The hyperlink. Okay, I'll check it out. It won't let you join Discord from the hyperlink. Yeah, I'll check out the Discord if y'all trying to hang out on Discord. I'll set it up. Yeah, I put the Discord on the You could teach all the Insight Timer teachers on here. What? That's why I'm just telling people everything that I'm doing. Because I want to see the spiritual community rise. That's why I just tell people how to do everything. Right? Because the more we learn how to be better, the more the humanity becomes a better place. I just gave y'all 10 tutorials right now. It's just I'm sharing with the people who are serious, and I believe, and that's why I share, because Sister Grace is streaming now, right? Learning how to create better ambience, all these things. So it's just you just have to know what's the least that you need, and from there you have to learn on your own. Right? For me, I had to go learn how to sound treat a room. What does that even mean? How to get the noise to be not hissing. Right? How to EQ. I didn't know what it means to EQ, or does it even need it. Right? Because right now I'm EQing less because it messes with my flow. Right? So if you EQ too much and you don't have an audio engineer because you're not doing a studio, so I'm learning how to find a balance. And some flutes need the EQ because they're too quiet. Some things don't be pronounced. I think that the most difficult stuff is the lighting. Let's just be honest. Getting the ambience to get to make it vibey is difficult. Took me a while to learn how to make it look organic and natural and zen, right? But when you have the recipe, zen, 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 right? And the way I'm speaking matches the environment, so everything feels organic because it's dialed in that much to where I'm speaking in a relaxing way. Breathing in, be aware that you're breathing in. But I'm not always speaking in that tone. It's just when we're meditating, we do. Daytime, it would be different. A bit brighter or something, right? Yes, we're on YouTube. Anyways, I'm gonna go eat something, prepare myself for tonight at Unity of Houston. I will do my best to I'll try to live stream it onto 4 platforms. And so, but it won't be Insight Timer because you can't restream to Insight Timer. And I'm just grateful that we're finding harmony and that people are inspired to play the flutes, to live stream, to improve their live stream, because when there's more authentic people out on social media and they grow, this is the main part. There's a lot of authentic people, but they don't grow. Why? You have to keep improving. You can't just do what you want. You have to find the balance between what you want and what people need. That's the difficult part. What do you enjoy and what people need? Because when you find that middle ground, then there's a seed is planted. Because it's not just you, it's you and your audience and community, and then naturally it will find a way to grow. And if you plant mango, you get mango. If you're authentic and you stay true to your heart, love will grow. But if you plant ego, it will grow too. Three ohms. Please love your damn self. I'll see y'all soon. Thank you, everybody.